We always do that. No matter the project, we clean it first, right?
Yep.
Right. Yes.
Holy cow, y'all. Like y'all saw in the last vlog, it is strip till fixing time. So I'm home at the moment. We just went through a pretty cold spell, and that was the perfect opportunity for Zach to go over to the other side of the farm and work on the strip till. So while he's doing that, I am gonna take a nice cold plunge. Zach's got a plan to fix this thing and make it run how it should and how he wants it to. I'm gonna stay home and do the housewife duties, maybe clean the barn out for him a little bit, wait for him to get back so that we have a couple more projects we're gonna show y'all towards the end of this video. So I'm gonna get to this and we're gonna see what Zach's doing right now.
I've completely changed the plan from what you last heard, so I'll go ahead and show you. I put these bolts in the top holes. You can lift this all the way up, tighten down the bottom ones, and then I'm just gonna weld these brackets to the row unit right here. That will, quote unquote, permanently mount them, but if for some reason they need taken off in the future, it would be pretty dang easy to cut this weld. But that's gonna solve two problems. For one, we can raise these as high or low as they need to be to get them right. And for two, these bolts come loose all the time. I feel like, and then so the thing falls down a little bit. This is just gonna help it not vibrate so much and keep this from coming loose. So all I need to do now is take this outside and lower it down and make sure that they're still low enough, which I think that they are. But either way, I think this is gonna completely solve our problem. So I'm gonna double check this. I'm gonna weld a few. If that goes well, I'll lay the wings down and do the same thing to them. We are gonna change up our plumbing here on the front. So we did this right here. We plumbed this in because we didn't want to drill another hole in our tank. What we didn't think about is whenever you fill, the fertilizer goes up the sight glass and in through the top, and it makes it so when you're filling, you don't see your level. Like obviously you can do the math on how much you're putting in and all that, but it's just peace of mind when you can just look at the sight glass and see where the level is as you're filling. So we are gonna go ahead and drill a hole right in the middle of that warning sign right there and run a sight glass separately. And then we're gonna simplify this plumbing just a little bit. Minus that, that's all we're gonna do. Okay, so we just took this over here and put this thing in the ground. I went forward maybe 20, 30 feet to get everything down in the ground and set. And so I should have showed you, but we're in a kind of a hurry. So what's going on is these are the rows I have not touched yet. When you put it in the ground at the depth we're currently running, can you see this right here? So that is a stop so that your row cleaner can't go too high to where it messes up this cylinder. Well, when we have it set at the depth we're running right now, it's running about right there. And if you can see, there's like maybe an 1/8 inch between the stop and the row cleaner. So what ends up happening is you hit a pile of trash. It's supposed to go up. The trash gets under these wheels, and that's what pins the trash down to where it can get cut between here, just to clean off your row. Well, when it can't go up any higher, it's already maxed out. The trash hits the front of this and just blows up in the air, and that's what wads us up. So now on those back rows, this is probably what I should have been showing you the whole time. These back rows that I raised up, we're about right in the middle of the stroke. So if you could see that big gap between the stop and here, when we're at our depth, we're at about right there. Not too high, not too low. We can run a little shallower and still have room to let the row cleaners go down further. We can run a little deeper and we still have room to let them come up a little bit. And on top of that, now, if we don't want to run row cleaners at all, they could actually lift up off the ground completely. And there is times in wheat stubble we want to be able to do that. So I'm going to move forward with this plan. This whole back gang is already adjusted. It just needs welded. So I'll pull it in the shop. I'll weld up a few, make sure that's going to go okay. If it is, onto the wings. Well, as you can see, we abandoned our other plan. We got to looking, that was not gonna work. So here's the plan I came up with. Let me find a really good, by my standards, weld to show you. Now, they're all turning out okay, but I'm not a professional welder at all. I work on a farm, so you guys cut me some slack. But what we decided to do here, we took the bolts out, moved this whole bracket. We moved the top hole in the bracket to the bottom hole. That way we could tilt it whatever direction we wanted. Well, it just worked out perfect where if we put the top bolt in and put the nut on it and you lift it all the way up, that's exactly where we needed it to go. So as you can see, these are all done. I've welded them. Don't judge my welds. They're not perfect. But you can see in there, we're up against that top nut. That's how we're setting our height. And it's working out really good so far. We've got the back section and the other side done. They are moved, they're bolted, they're Loctited, they're welded, done. Those guys already got this side all moved and bolted. Got to go through, clean those up. I'm gonna get these welded. This side will be done. Well, real quick, just to give myself a break, we made up this bracket real quick so these don't hang down. We were gonna just take them off, but they're really nice. This is the lock, if you want to call it, to hold up your wings. When you fold up, this pins onto here, and that is what holds your wings up and keeps them from falling. But this lines up perfectly with the row, so when you're in corn, the stalk hits it, and you can hear it in the cab banging on the frame. It'll work slick now. Little holder for it. Should work. I gotta try to make another bracket for the other side, which should be easy. There we go. Well, there we go. Yet again, I'm not a welder, so don't judge me too hard, but there you go. Another bracket. And just like that, what was probably like 10 minutes for you guys was a full day for us, but hey, it's done. Just some really small other maintenance things we're gonna do, and this thing's gonna be ready to go take to the field, which is awesome. I'm way excited to try it now. We'll see you here in just a little bit.
Back in the shop. Winter activities. We got a little taste of some cold weather, but now it's starting to finally warm back up, and Zach's gonna put me to work.
Yep. So things are about to get really insane because by this time last year we had pretty much all our ground sprayed already, and we haven't started yet. And we had some of it strip tilled, and we really haven't got, we started, but that's about it. So things are about to go crazy like they normally do this time of year.
He's gonna get busy next week.
It's still snow on the ground. The ground's still pretty frozen. We're gonna let it sit over the weekend with hopefully some somewhat decent temperatures before we get to doing too much. So we're gonna use this time to let you do a project. And I'm gonna sit here and eat some antelope turkey and watch.
Well, I guess it's my job now. You
Okay,
can do this.
what are you doing?
I'm doing this because you
No,
said-
hang on. You've got to run through what we're even doing.
I
Grace.
don't know. we're servicing this trailer. I'm gonna say servicing as a blanket term.
That's a safe bet. When you don't know what to say, just use really vague terms. She is going to check wheel bearings, check tire pressure. We're going to check tire pressure on the spare tire, which is something a lot of people forget to do because it kind of sucks when you need your spare and it's flat.
Yeah.
So we're going to check those. And I did notice two of these lights are broken. And this is actually our little trailer, our side-by-side trailer. So I might run and go grab two lights the next time I go to town. Yeah, shouldn't be too bad. But you're gonna do it.
Sure, yep. It's not gonna be too bad.
Okay. Tire will be easier to work on. So you want to start off with a clean work area. We always do that. No matter the project, we clean it first, right?
Yep.
Right.
This.
A little bit, yeah, and wipe it off with a paper towel. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it went everywhere. And gloves are pointless because we're just gonna get crap all over anyway.
Yeah. I've heard brake clean's good for you anyway.
Yeah, it's probably good for your skin.
Just like so. Hey, it is a greasable one. Look at us go.
That's all right.
Yeah, and this wheel bearing is tight, so you lucked out. But it does need a little bit of grease.
We don't have a grease gun with that grease right now.
Yeah, we don't. Like her and I
Yeah.
don't. We have lots of grease guns for the farm, but they all have the John Deere grease in them. And this one is full of what looks like actual trailer wheel bearing grease. Do it.
This. Ah!
Not like that. Professional. Tips over, starts on fire. So, I'm like super OCD about checking wheel bearings, and I have a reason and a story why. So, Brandon, Kent, if you end up watching this, you'll get a laugh out of this. Back when I was on harvest, I was on a farm and we had split a combine off from our main group of combines. So it was just me. I just had my combine and my header, and I was on a farm. They had all their own equipment. I was just that extra combine helping them out. Well, Kent came and picked me up and hooked up my header trailer to move it to a different field. And I didn't have my header on there, it was just the empty trailer. So anyways, I had just got to this farm, and I'm trying to make a good impression on them and want to do a good job and be professional. And we're driving down like a county road, a county gravel road, and I'm in the passenger seat and I'm talking to Kent, and I look over and a tire is passing us on the road. Like just a tire is passing us, goes past the pickup, and I'm kind of watching it and I'm like, don't even know what to say because I was so embarrassed. It goes out into a uncut wheat field, I think, or maybe it was cut, I can't remember, but either way it was wheat. It takes off out there, tips over, starts on fire. And so then I'm like, I tell Ken, I'm like, stop, 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 I think we just lost a tire. So I run out there and I stomp the fire out, and we look, and the wheel bearing had went out on that header trailer, and the tire came off going down the road, took off out in the field, and obviously the bearing was hot and it started a fire. So then I had to explain to him that I swear we take good care of our equipment. These things just happen. Ever since then, I won't go anywhere with a trailer without checking wheel bearings now, because that just imprinted itself on my life from that point.
First impressions.
Yeah. I'm like, I swear our stuff is nice, I promise.
This guy.
Yeah. Put your chisel right in that. Yep.
Does it have to be a certain way?
Yeah, you just kind of got to feel it. Now put it further that way.
Like this?
Yep. And you'll see that cap start to push out. There you go.
Oh,
Keep
okay.
going. Pull out.
A lot stronger than me. Oh.
There you go. Same thing on this one. I don't think it even needs adjusted. It just needs some grease. Here's.
Is this a common light?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah, that thing has been broke for a while.
Yep.
Well, she works.
How did I get to do your job?
Because I have a cat that I saved you from
True.
earlier on my shoulder.
That is true.
I guess.
There we go.
There, it's coming out. Yeah.
Why don't you tell everybody why we're getting this trailer ready?
I can't. Y'all are just gonna be left to wonder why we're getting this trailer ready. Because it's not just for no reason. Even there you have it. We're gonna play golf ball with the dogs. Our hoodies finally came out. We've been teasing them for a while now. So they're on our website, live on snowgrownoutdoors.com.
There'll be lots of strip tilling.
Yeah, and we will see you guys in the next vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. Okay, love you, bye.